Up here in a minute. Wait.
Check.
See if I still know how to do this thing. You know what I mean? We. Check. All right, most side class. We live and direct. Let's clap it up. We shalom. YAHANNA by Shah Bracket Thumb to my brothers. YAHANNA Shamal Lathan by Shah to my sisters. With an I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Operating under the leadership of Commander General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, Christian church, whatever you have it out there. You understand? The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge is the truth, man. You understand? And the home of it, man. You understand? And again, we've been bringing the truth out. You understand that we are the greatest people on the face of the earth, man. You understand? We just got done with the Day of Atonement. You understand what I'm saying? So give yourselves a hand for that. You understand what I'm saying? One thing we got to know and understand is this, right? That this is not for the weak. You understand? This is not for the feeble. You understand? So if you was able to complete, you understand, this order that was given from the Most High to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians through Moses, man, right. You understand? That is something to be proud of, because you can defeat any goddamn demon that comes up against you, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the things that we face in life, we can never take, you understand, the lessons like Zion was saying yesterday that we learn for granted, man, because when it comes to the battles that we have in life, man, you understand, one thing that I don't know about y'all, I love food. You understand? I love water. You know what I'm saying? So for me being able to actually afflict my soul today and afflict my spirit, it's like my body, you understand? And to show the Most High, Salaki, say, I'm gonna be obedient to you. You understand? That does a lot for me as a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, just even being in this truth, man, and understanding what we really, represent, man, you understand, it's definitely to the point where it's heavy in his own self, man. You understand? Think about Commander General YAHANNA and the sacrifices that he did for us, man. You understand the things that he like laying on the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Like in the Salakia at the school, he had a picture with on the floors out of one. He had a picture with General Hyman, and I think he said General Hazayan, they was laying in the basement. You understand, of Washington, D.C., man. You understand, to get the school going and everything, man. Whenever you ready, Ottawa, you let me know now. Oh, okay, all right, come. Duraj, if you could give me, I want to go to let me see. Real quick. I want to go to hold up. Yeah, Baba Kashah. Prepare. Nah, so yeah. I think it's in Ecclesiasticus. Salaki. Ecclesiasticus 2 and verse 1. We're gonna go there, man, because you understand. I was seeing where Captain Nazaria, you understand, he was he would talk about how he was tempted, you know, the basement water. So where he was working at, you understand. But we gotta realize, man, even now, think about this too. You understand, Christ, he also, you understand, had to fast. We're gonna get into that a little bit too. You understand, if I got some time to get into it. Because, like I said, man, the things that we do for the Lord, man, we can never take it for granted, man. You understand what I'm saying? So now, when that trying to be politically correct, when that woman, that Jezebel, come to you dressed in all scantily clad, now you can defeat her, because now you done show the Lord that you can atone for your sins, man. You understand? Anything that come up against you, man, and try to tempt you, we know that we can really fight it. You understand? Read that when you get it, brother. Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1, Baba Kashah.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
Do what?
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, man. If you coming to serve the Lord, this is what you got to do, man. Read that.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Do what?
prepare thy soul for temptation.
We got to prepare ourselves for temptation, man. You understand? Because when it comes to America, there's so many temptations out there, man. You understand? Whereas that, that marijuana, you understand? Whereas that fifth of Hennessy, you understand? Whereas that woman that's dressed in all kind of craziness, you understand? Talking about, come here, big daddy. You understand? We got to prepare ourselves for some temptation, man. You understand? Yahushua was tempted as well, man. And he said what? Man shall not, or what? You understand? Live by bread alone, man. You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright.
Do what?
Set thy heart aright.
You need to set your minds aright, right? Meaning what? When it says set thy heart aright, your mind, it's like the heart is talking about your mind. So what we're saying here is this. You need to figure out what it is you're going to do. You're going to be either lukewarm. You understand? So like you can't be lukewarm. So you're going to be hot or cold. You understand what I'm saying? So what is the hell that you going to do? You understand? We know in here, the men of the I.S.U.P.K and the women of the I.S.U.P.K, we said we're going to be a fervent servant of the Lord. You understand? We're not going to be lukewarm, man. We ain't going to sit here and twinkle our toes in the pool and say, well, I think I'm going to get in the pool. But then, I don't know if I'm going to get in the pool. Now we're going to jump head in that mud. You understand what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright.
Right.
And constantly endure.
Constantly endure, man. Hey, listen. Again, if you completed the Day of Atonement, give yourselves a head today, man. You understand? Because we constantly endure, man. You understand? Listen, I don't need to tell all my business, man, but what I'm going through, it was rough. You understand what I'm saying? But I say this, it was all well worth it, man. You understand? Because like I said, if I can just say, you know what, I'm not gonna eat food, man. You understand? I had a brother cut to me at lunchtime today at the slave time. Boy, that was good today. I'm looking at this nigga like, is you serious? You understand? Then, like I said, Captain Zali, I said a brother at the day he said some brother offered us some free food and all that. You understand? Like on any day but the day. You understand? You want to offer me some free food. You know what I mean? Read on, man. It's like, right.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
And make not haste in time of trouble, man. So like I said, set the heart aright and constantly endure. We're constantly enduring. You understand? We see America is going on the turmoil. It's on a downfall. You understand? The government shut down. You understand what I'm saying? So we about to really see, you understand, even more of the spirit of America, because when this government shut down, you got all these people, especially these oppressors, that's really about to show their colors. You understand what I'm saying? So even like it says, that make not haste in the time of trouble. Don't be sitting here all, frantic and this and that in the time of trouble. This is why you got to set your mind aright, man. And we've done that. Commander General YAHANNA has trained us to the point where we are calm in chaos, man. You understand? We'll thrive in chaos. You understand? Because we've been trained to do these things, man. Keep going.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him
and
depart not away.
Man, that's so heavy. We've cleaved unto the Most High, and we're not going nowhere. You understand? That's why we say one west to the death till they bury me, man. You understand? Keep reading.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
And we mayest be increased at thy last end, man. That's the reward that we're trying to get right now. That crown. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Oh, wait, read that one more time. Good night.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Man, I would say what also Kowal said a while ago. He said, look, man, he said, if you get chastised by the Lord, you deserve it. You understand? We deserve it. I'm going to put myself in it too, so we don't think I'm leaving anybody out. We deserve it. Why? Because of the disobedience that we've been against the Most High, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you look up, if you could, Darash, look up the word atone, Baba Kashab. You understand? Because we owe the Most High. We owe him our life. You understand? But even this is the least that we could do today. You understand? By saying, you know what? I'm going to afflict my body. You understand? To show you that I can be a living sacrifice for you, Lord. You understand? Even when we go out there on Saturdays, you understand what I'm saying? We prepare ourselves as that sacrifice for the Most High. We don't know if we're going to make it home or not, but damn it, we wake up every morning ready to battle whoever coming up against us. You understand what I'm saying? We know when we get out there, it's war. You understand? So like it says, even with like it's with what he read, let me read it while he looking at the definition. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. We take these things cheerfully, man. You understand what I'm saying? We're cheerfully serving the Lord, man. Read that when you get it, brother.
Khan. This is the Merriam-Webster's definition of atone. To make amends, to provide or serve as reparation.
So hold on. Don't let's not go over that word too fast. It says to make amends. So we make amends for the things that we've done. You understand? I mean, we all deserve unaliving for how wicked we've been before we came into this truth. So we making amends for that. You understand? But what was that last part? To do what?
To make amends, to provide or serve as reparation.
To provide or serve as reparations, man. You understand? We cannot take this day lightly, man. You understand? Yeah, we about to have, you know, understand what is the Feast of Tabernacles next? You understand? We have all these days where we feast and these and that, but this also is as important as all of the other days, man. You understand? Keep reading that definition.
Or compensation for something bad or unwelcome.
Good night. We compensating for what? The sins that we've done. That's the atonement of our sins right there. You understand? We're telling the Lord, I want to compensate. You understand? So even with that, you think about it, it's like a business deal. You understand? We had a bargain that we had with the Most High. Well, we were supposed to keep the law, statutes, and commandments when he gave us the first covenant. But guess what? We broke that. But the love and the mercy that the Lord had for us, what did he do? He said, you know what, damn it, I'm going to make another covenant. You understand? But this time, it's not going to be the one that I made with your fathers. You understand? I'm going to write these laws in your inward parts. You understand? Now it's in our mind. That's why even in Ecclesiastes, what we just read, where it says, set thy mind aright. We've set our mind aright because what? We're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. It's proven fact today because of the Day of Atonement. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, Zion, I feel a little light on my feet. You know what I'm saying? I might want to do it a couple more days. I'm just kidding. So like, any more of that definition, brother? Keep going.
Something bad or unwelcome.
Something bad or unwelcome. Ooh, man. Drop that if I could, brother. Give me the book of Matthew, chapter 4, right? We're going to show you where Yahawashi, he was fasting himself, man, and the things that he was testing, the things that he went through. Because again, man, you understand, if our brother, our king could do it, man, why the hell couldn't you do it? You understand? What the hell was your excuse today? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, your mouth was dry. You understand? I know what about 3 o'clock. You understand? It got rough. It was rough for all of us. You understand? But like I said, we eat together and we supposed to suffer together. You understand what I'm saying? That's why when Yahawashi at the Passover, he said, what? This is my body. You understand? This is the blood. You understand? Do this in remembrance of me. You understand? So even with the Day of Atonement, have that mindset of we were supposed to do this in remembrance of what Yahawashi did for us. The sacrifices that he took for us. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say he fasted for over them one day. You couldn't do it for 24 hours? Come on, Negro. What we doing? You understand? So large. You got to search the water. Most encouraged. 1 out of 1.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Yahawashi led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
Man, I remember watching Captain Yachty. He would talk about that, how the spirit of the devil, he's a tempter. You understand what I'm saying? And you think about it, I know brothers went through temptation today. You understand? It's like that food don't be smelling as good as it normally smells. It'd be the same thing you eating. And you like, damn, boy, that junk smell good today. If I could just have a little piece, you know what I'm saying? But that's Satan tempting us. You understand? Because Satan is going to try to get us when we're at our lowest. But we showed him, like the scripture says, let the weak say that I'm strong, man. You understand? And we showed how strong we is, man. So like you could keep reading about this shot. Yeah, I'm right.
Verse 2. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered.
Man, imagine. We only did it for 24 hours. Christ did it for 40 days and 40 nights. You know that, brother. Ooh-wee. Good night. You know what I'm saying? He definitely in the spirit, man. You understand? We damn near can't go, 3 days without water, period? 40 days and 40 nights? Oh, man. Keep reading Bible, Kishah.
And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread.
Now I need for everybody to understand this, right? When it comes to the tempter, you understand? Because a lot of people be like, Satan caused me to do this. That was your damn self. You understand? That was your own lust. You understand? So we got to realize whenever we're tempted by anything, first off, this proves that Jesus is not the Most High, because it says, how can anyone tempt God? You understand? Christ is being tempted. You can't tempt the Most High. You understand? So that shows you the difference between the two. But even with that being said, right, you understand, with that being Most High in Christ. Even with that being said, you understand, read that from the top again, so like it, sir.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Then when YAHANNA led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil, and when he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
So the Satan knew, the devil knew, yeah, I know he hungry. Since you say you, and that's just like us, you understand? You can't tell a Judite or Israelite period, man, you can't do that. Oh, you tempted me? Oh, yeah, you playing on my name. So that's what they understand the devil was doing. He was trying to play on Christ's name and said, since you are the Son of God, cause these stones to be made bread. You understand? And any man that was weak and not realizing what Satan was doing. So, like, go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say that when it comes to things like that, the oppressor and Satan, you know what I'm saying, like to play on your ego.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like big man, or you know what I'm saying? Big woman.
Right.
You gonna kill him with this one.
God, what
You
kind?
play on your ego, not knowing that that'll lead you to sin. You understand?
Right.
That you and think about it. We talk about Satan coming to you. He gonna come into you. He gonna come into you with that thing that you don't want.
That's right.
That don't even make sense.
At all.
He gonna come with you with that thing that you most desire.
Yeah.
That you really have to fight. You know what I'm
God,
saying?
what
Like you really gotta make a conscious decision that you know, like this is. I think me and my brother, we was talking a couple of days ago. We were just saying, like, it's you know it's a spiritual battle. It's outside of just like, wait a minute, how in the world you the perfect color red card that I like?
Right.
How is that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know,
Oh,
like
God.
when those temptation come, it always gonna be in the form of things that you would normally desire.
Right.
You just have to fight it. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
You got to be outside of the flesh. You got to be more spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
Come, sir. Give him a hand. Damn right. Absolutely. And that's why the devil came to Christ, because he knew he was hungry. You understand? And like he said, he played on his ego. You understand what I'm saying? Because he knew that Christ was in it for what? That power. You understand? That's why he said, you understand, I did that. All power is given unto me. So since you got all this power, you got all this, will cause these stones to be made bread, man. Read on, Robert Kashaw.
But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone.
If I could, otherwise, it's so heavy. He said, it is written. Where the hell is written there? In the Old Testament.
Right.
You Christians that say y'all know the Bible, why is Christ quoting the Old Testament right now? If we're not in the Old Testament, y'all in that old thing, we in the new. Well, Christ was in the old thing, like y'all say. You understand? Guess what? Christ only had the Old Testament during his time, man. You understand what I'm saying? So guess what? He's quoting what he knows from what? The Old Testament. So like it says, man should not live by bread alone. Read on, Baba Kashaw.
By bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
But every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High, what is that? His law, statutes, and commandments. Anytime you see the prophet saying, thus said the Lord, then what? Now he's saying what thus said the Lord. Those are every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we're supposed to live. And we showed that we didn't have to live by bread alone today. You understand? We showed that we was in the spirit today. You understand what I'm saying? Brothers out slaving. If you was fortunate to not have to slave, Most High in Christ, you understand what I'm saying? You got to relax and enjoy your day. You understand? But even brothers that was slave, I seen a brother said he was about to work out of one right before he closed the day of a toe. That's a strong brother right there. Good night, because I don't know how you did it without drinking no water. You understand what I'm saying? But Most High in Christ. But that shows you the strength that you have to have, man, when you come to serve the Lord, man. You understand what I'm saying? Ezekiel had to learn that strength himself. Why? Because his wife was unalive, because he loved his wife more than he loved the Most High. And the Most High told him what? Negro, you better not cry. You understand? Put your mitre on and go teach the people, man. And I don't want to see your countenance. That's how we were supposed to be today. Don't be sitting here saying, "Oh man, I'm weak, man. I'm fasting." Like how I'm fasting. You know, it's Yom Kippur, not Yom Kippur. Otherwise, Yom Kippur. You understand what I'm saying? But don't sit here and show that weak countenance, man. You understand what I'm saying? I had a brother asking me earlier, "Hey man, you want some of that?" Hey man, I'm good, brother. I'm straight. You understand? You sure? Yeah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it. You understand? I don't have to tell that brother nothing. Even a sister that was at work, I didn't get a chance to talk to her. You understand? But like I told her, you know, because we always ask as far as the feast days and stuff like that. You understand? But even being able to show how strong I am to the Lord, man, it's just an accomplishment or a milestone in myself. Right. Just to see that, man. You understand? Read on, Baba Kashar.
Okay. Verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down.
See, he tempted them again. You notice he kept saying, if thou be the Son of God. Christ knew he was the Son of God, man. You understand what I'm saying? But any man that's not strong in his mind, that didn't set his heart aright, like we just read what King Solomon said, then they would have lost this battle against Satan, man. You understand? Against the devil. Because they would have been like, you know what, Nick, I don't know what you talking about. What? I'm big boss dog. You understand? Oh, you told me to do? I got you. I got you. And right there, that's when the enemy won, man. You understand? And that's what the oppressor does today. He take us in our lowest state and he uses poverty against us. You understand? You think about it like this, like he said, man, he brought Yahushua on the highest pinnacle, you understand, or in the holy city. And he said he set him on the pinnacle of the temple and said, if thou be the Son of God, cast thou down. So he like, man, I'm going to put you in this danger and you're going to have to use this power. You understand what I'm saying? But listen what Christ said. Read on.
Okay. For it is written, he shall give, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. For it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
That shows you that these devils know the scriptures too, man. You understand? Go ahead.
It's a lock you too. You know what's one of those following movies, like, you know, Black, Hispanic, Native Indians we love to watch.
You said following movies?
Yeah, it's like a hood classic.
Shoot, don't Scarface, don't be a man.
Hold on, that's I know you, my brother. Scarface. Look, one try.
Right.
What was Tony Montana working at? But when he got that, when he was tempted by you know, the lifestyle of being, you know, what was he working at? Do you remember where he was working at? He was a dishwasher.
Okay, come on.
I'm tired of washing these dishes.
Right.
He seen that brother pull up with a nice car. He seen the oppressor dog walk out.
Yeah.
He said, I want that.
Right.
Why can't we have that?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Like you coming out the streets, and like that buddy up. Hey, you tell you what, man, I'm gonna give you this for free. Don't even worry about it. Just do your thing. See, you know, just bring me back whatever left.
Right.
Yeah, that's how Satan come to you, like with no consequences attached to it.
Come.
Like everything is. That's how you know it's some bull crap.
Right.
You think about the Most High, you do something wrong, there are consequences attached to it.
Right.
You dealing with things that in the world that they're too good. Like, man, what we always say, this is too good to be true.
Too good, and you know it is. And you know, so like you say, if I could add on that so heavy, because when you say it's too good to be true, it always is. It always is. Even in your spirit is letting you know. Nah, man. You understand? You know, they say you could win $10,000. All you got to say is quote your name. What? Is that easy? Nah, that's too good to be true. Damn it, it is. You understand? And this is what Yahushua was going through. You trying to tell me all I got to do is cast myself down and you going to give me charge of the angels? That's it? Nah, that ain't it. But see, this is the thing that we don't understand. the devil always has an ulterior motive, man. You understand? His motive, like the scripture says, what his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. You understand? And this was the whole time that the devil was doing with Christ. He had war in his heart, man. You understand? He was trying to prove the devil. It's like to prove Christ. You think about it, what? Whenever Job got tempted by the devil or did these things by the devil, what happened? You understand? It was saying that he was going through these things too. The whole point of the reason why he was doing it, so what? Job could curse the Most High, and he never did, man. You understand? So, like, you could read on Bible Kashar.
Book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 7. Yahweh said unto him, it is written again that thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power.
It is written that thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power. I had somebody trying to, I think they were trying to battle either Captain Zariak or Bigo, one of them. Thompson, see, this how you know Jesus is God. No, that's not how you know that. Right. You understand? Because again, we know the scripture says that you can't tempt the Most High, but Yahweh Shai was being tempted. So obviously you just don't believe in the Bible, or you don't know the Bible, or it's probably both. You understand? But like I said, it is written again. He's quoting what? The Old Testament. You understand that thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Read on.
Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them.
Man, it's so heavy, man. When I heard about this, man, when a brother broke this down, he was saying how, you understand, when a brother, like he said, you can use, I don't want to say Meek Mill, but brothers that grown up in the industry, that at one point in time lost their mother, lost their father, all atrocities that happened to him. Now the oppressor come to him and say, you want to be rich? He look like, damn, I've been poor all my life. So like I said, go
now
ahead.
that's heavy too. Think about how, like, maybe, you know, you go to these record company exec,
right? Exactly.
You know,
like
he took him twice. He took him to the pinnacle of the city on a high,
right?
And then he took him to an exceedingly high mountain,
right?
Okay, I'm gonna show this boy something here.
Mm-hmm.
He don't fold. I know where to get him. I'm gonna take him up here to this mansion.
Right.
And put these hoes around him.
Right.
Put drugs around him.
Yeah.
Let him actually see it. Let him touch it. Let him feel it. Now we'll see what he made out of.
Right.
This is the levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you weak. I'm gonna try to get you here. Your house was strong. He's like, nah. He did it again. Took it to an exceeding high mountain.
Right.
Upper, what they call upper mobility.
That's right.
Gets a nigga every time.
The
thought of the dreams of having more. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
You gotta be strong, especially if it was ill-gotten.
And that's so heavy. You said if I could add on,
because Zion said the same thing with college recruits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll take you to go to a steak dinner.
Oh,
and you're like, as good as it gets, that ain't good enough for him. They take you to that college, like, he got game. Now you're in bed with two white hoes, having the time of your life. Cheerleaders getting money under the table. Now the NIL, you can just get anything now. I mean, hell.
Right.
You know, but it's I'm not saying the NIL is bad, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, the Satan tempts you with these things, especially to get you turning against the Most High.
Nah, give him a hand, man. Damn right. You understand? And that's so heavy. You say that because you understand Deion Sanders knew that. You understand? And what he do? He taught them fellas. He taught them brothers, man. But look, we see one brother, he didn't learn pretty well. You understand? He got with this woman and said that she was, she won't even dealing with the brother. You understand? But then he finally got with her. He felt like he won. And she treated him like dirt the whole time, man. You understand what I'm saying? Then he get famous and what? Now she divorced the man. You understand what I'm saying? And this is how they do with us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. They know what we love. They know we love that money. They know we love them women. You understand? They know we love the other thing. You understand? And they tempt us with that. But we're not strong enough because we don't have good leaders in here like Commander Jenny YAHANNA. You understand what I'm saying? You wild out of keep reading. Yeah. Right. Keep reading Bible, sir.
Verse 9. And saith unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Good night. Satan said, fall down and worship me. I'm going to give you the whole kingdom, man. He brought him, like he said, on another higher mountain and showed him, I'm going to give you these things that all you got to do is worship me, man. And any weak brother going to be like, what? I can have that. I can have the fancy cars, the fancy clothes, and many women I got. What? Man. But Yahweh Shai said, what? Read on, Bible Show.
Come on. Verse 10. Then Yahweh Shai, then said Yahweh Shai unto him, Get thee hence.
Man, Yahawashi said, get your SSA but out of here. You understand? I spelled it backwards. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Get your behind up out of here, man. Read on.
Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
So it says again, listen, I don't know what the hell you talking about, Satan. I'm worshiping the most high power. You understand? I'm only going to worship him, man. You go ahead, otherwise.
It's like it also goes to show, like, once you link yourself over to something outside of the Most High, you're gonna begin to serve that thing.
That's
you
right.
Understand? If you compromise whatever that thing is that you're chasing above the Most High, you're gonna end up serving that thing. Whether it's money, whether it's some brother, or it's like brown nosing, kiss ass, and Salakia, for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? Always, if it's some woman, some slavery, you understand? Some cause. It can be anything, but once you link yourself over to that's what you're gonna serve. That's gonna become your God.
Right. Man, God, man, that's so heavy, man. If I could add on, like you said, like we make anything a God nowadays, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like we worship, they worshiping trees, shoes, whatever you have it out there. You understand what I'm saying? You got them Tina Turner talking about Namir Reggae Kill, whatever the hell she be talking about. You understand? But like you said, it's all about the lust. You understand? Like you said, whenever you're ready, I don't want to let me know. You understand? But okay, come. But like you said, even with I think you brought it out Monday out of why you were saying that how also Zion was like, whenever you get in the way of that feel good, you understand, people ready to fight you, man. They ready to unalive you, man. You understand? And that's what Christianity has taught us, man. You understand? We so lustful in our needs instead of loving the ones that's supposed to need the love back. You understand what I'm saying? Darash, you drop that. Give me the book of Deuteronomy 31 and 5, Baba Kashaw. You understand? Because again, man, it's like what I've learned, man. You understand? Like I'm like Captain Zarya. Like I like to fight. You understand? So I guess this is why I be on that Bigo all the time. Why I'm telling us Zayana them, man. But even what I've learned, man, you understand? Just the patience that you have to have with our people, man. Good night, even with yourself. You understand? Because it's like, you think about it, like you see clearly that it says Jesus is black. You understand? Now, of course, it don't literally say black, but it says he had copper skin, bronze skin that was burned in the furnace. If I take a penny and I burnt it, you understand? It gets black. Now I tell this person, a black man, Christ is black. Nah, man, he ain't black. He was Middle Eastern. Okay, well, they dark skin. Go ahead, sir. It's a lot.
It's crazy because Christians and white folks especially, they know how to describe something when they call the police.
Right.
But brown skin, 6 foot, white hair. They'll do that.
Right.
When it comes to the Bible, now they radio.
Right.
Now they don't know nothing. now they goofy as hell.
Right.
When Platonic called the police, you real descriptive.
Right.
You understand how tall he was, how fast he ran, he had a limp.
Right.
What his skin complexion was.
Right.
When it comes to the Bible and Revelation, what he
had on. Yeah.
It's telling you everything in the Bible.
Right.
Let's make your head with a rock or something. nigga barbecuing and run off and do something. You don't tell the police the exact description. Christians do it all the time. White people they just don't want the truth. That's all.
That's it. And so, like you said, that's so heavy. If I could, because even when you read Revelation, I was asking this, devil, about this, and he was saying, "Oh, well, this is not Christ, the physical Christ." I said, "So what the hell was John looking at?" You understand? He was like, no, this was in the kingdom. He was in heaven when this has happened. But now this how I cut him out of Revelation 5. It says that Christ is from the line of Judah in there. I said, so even so, I said, I'm going to show you the river that flows through the Bible. So I said, it say Christ from the line of Judah. Then we go to Hebrews 7 and 14, where it says, you understand that it talked about Christ being from the line of Judah. Then I go to Jeremiah 7, 14 and 2, where it says Judah mourning. And it talks about that they are blackened to the ground. Oh, well, you using these scriptures just to say that. I said, no, I'm not. I said, I didn't even break anything down. I just read these scriptures for you. So I said, like, you showing me how you don't believe in the Bible. I said, but what it is, though, y'all believe that crazy, what that picture? I know you had it the other day. You ain't got to bring it to me at all. Y'all see and believe that Cesar Borgia. Y'all all got that hanging up. But when we tell you Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah, now you got a problem with it. You understand what I'm saying? Charlie Kirk would have been talking about Christ if he was walking on the earth today. but he called himself a Christian, man. You understand? Read that when you get it, brother. Salaki. Yeah, right. Good
So-
Christian boy.
Salaki, that was Deuteronomy 35:1.
31-5, Baba Kasha. You understand? Like, it's just to the point, like we said, man, we know Christians do not know the Bible. You understand? And hell, they would have ate pork on this day. You understand? The first thing they would have did when they woke up this morning, got them a sausage biscuit with cheese. You understand? It ain't that serious, man. Read on, brother, when you get it. So like,
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 5.
uh-huh.
And the Lord shall give them up before your face, that ye may do unto them according unto all the commandments which I have commanded you.
Read on.
Verse 6.
Now, just to give y'all understanding, we was going against, you know, understand, about to go into battle here. You understand, when we was going over Jordan. This is like the last counsel that Moses had got from the Most High. Read on.
Verse 6. Be strong and of good courage.
Do what?
Be strong and of a good courage.
Read on.
Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doeth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
So it says, be strong and of good courage, man. You understand what I'm saying? And when you come into this truth, man, that's the main thing that we got to do is be strong and of good courage. You understand? We're not like the what the damn one from Wizard of Oz, courage. Nah, we talking about that type of courage. Yeah, the cowardly lion. Yeah, which is crazy. You think about it, right? It would have to be a lion. You understand? Well, they know we from the line of Judah. You understand? But nevertheless, right, Kawakar. Esau is a wicked bastard. Salaki. But even with that being said, like I said, be strong and of good courage, man. When you come into this truth, knowledge, and understanding, we have to be strong and of good courage. Meaning what? The things that the Most High, you understand, is going to give you, he's going to see if you really going to want to serve him, man. You understand what I'm saying? Again, you think about the conversation that Satan had with Yahweh, the Most High. You understand? Satan came to the Most High when the sons of God came to him. He said, man, where you coming from? He said, man, going to and fro. He said, have you considered my faithful servant Job? He said, yeah, I have. He said, but he only got what you got because you protecting him. You done put a hedge around him. He said, oh, is that so? He said, well, do what you will with him, but save his life. Don't unalive him. And it's like Satan now, he was rubbing his hands like baby, or what was man baby do? You understand? Oh, you said I could do all these things? He got boils. His wife was telling him to curse his guy. He was losing cattle. But these things right there was what? Preparing him. Even Job had to check himself. He realized a lot of things, even in the test that the Most High put him through. You understand? But he realized this. Read that from the top. That he had to do this right here, man.
Verse 6.
5. Salaki 6, Salaki.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Be strong and of a good courage.
Right.
Fear not, nor be afraid of them.
So Job realized that he had to be strong and of a good courage, man. And when it says fear not, nor be afraid of them, it's talking about these oppressors, man. You understand? These other nations, man. We cannot be afraid of them or fear them, man. You understand? Think about what King David said when he was a young boy. He said, who is this uncircumcised heathen coming up against my power? You understand? My God. And then he unalived him by hitting him with the head with a damn rock, man. You understand? That's how we got to be, man. When we face these demons in this world, man, we got to be strong and of a good courage, man. Read on.
For the Lord thy God, he it is that doeth go with thee.
The Most High is with you, man. Especially if you're in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? You better know it. You understand? He's definitely with us, man. But we got to do what? Do what he says, man. We got to be obedient to the Most High. Keep reading.
He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
The Lord will never fail us, man. You understand? When has he ever failed us? You understand? I always hear people say, well, what about, you understand what happened to, well, why did your God allow this to happen? Well, when did he allow it to happen? Because again, if the Lord told us in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, if you do this, then I will bless you. If you don't do this, then you'll be cursed. You understand? So was it the Lord's fault or was it our fault? That's just like your father say, hey, son, if you go down the street, then you're going to get hurt. But if you stay home, you'll be safe. You say, man, I know my pop said to stay home and be safe, but man, my homies down the street, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to go have fun, man. Everybody down the street. Why can't I go down the street? You go down the street and get hurt. You did that, not the Lord, not your father. He told you what to do. You about to say something, sir? Salami. Oh, okay. All right. No sweat. You go ahead, sir.
And that makes me think about something too about that living through experience nonsense. I saw
Right.
this on TikTok saying, you gotta have the experiences. You gotta learn from them. You don't have to.
Right.
Just don't do it.
Right.
If Quadam did 20 years for selling dope, I don't gotta experience that.
Right.
I don't just pick up the pack. I stay on the sidewalk,
That
not
part.
the street.
Right.
As often as I say that, don't do. I've been through that. Don't do that. And, you have to experience life. Sometimes I hear women say it's a lot when it comes to their daughters or their sons when they go time to go to college or it's time to do anything sinful. You just gotta go experience life. Don't get so serious. Just no.
Right.
So you get burnt like you did,
Mhm.
be in the clinic like you, or
Right.
have heartbreak from different men like you.
That part.
It don't make any sense. You don't have to live these experiences.
Right.
You just do what the hell you told, like you're saying. Like
That's
most
right.
I said, don't do it. He's actually shooting us some bail.
Come.
He's trying to help us here.
Right. Nah, that's heavy. If you think, go ahead, sir.
So like, I was about to say, what her name, Laurie Harvey.
Right.
But you know what? I do this too though. Our uncles would say things like, "Go ahead and just how wicked it was." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Make sure you sow your oats before you get married. So it's the wickedness that is taught in the earth that we all are afflicted by. You understand? And we'll grow up in this earth surrounded by fear, right, and lust. The two things that make Black, Hispanic, Native anyway, it stagnates our growth in the truth.
That's right.
That fear stop you from trying something different because we've been conditioned to do and live the same way throughout our lives. We're not raising our children any different because of the fear.
Right.
Make sure you do this. Nah. Well, you going down to them brothers in the all black. You better make sure you know.
Right.
Make sure, you know what I'm saying? It's that fear that stop you from learning, right? But then you got that lust, that thing that you lust after that have a starting point,
right?
And next thing you know, you at somebody swingers club,
right?
Because you lusting after what you see everybody else have.
Good,
you understand? So Salaki.
Nah, that's heavy. You think about too what you said heavy about Lori Harvey. Think about Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B, she left what Offset because he was with another woman. You understand? But then she got with a man that even told her. I only think he said he was gonna give her a title. You understand? They ain't even in the title. And now he got two women pregnant at the same damn time, and she one of them. You understand? And she paraded her behind all over there like she doing something good, man. You understand? But why she couldn't just stay with her husband, man? You understand what I'm saying? You understand? At least the brother was with her. Yeah, we know about the multiple wives and things like that. But at least he was with her. You understand? At least he made her his wife. You understand? Now, we know sex is marriage according to the Bible, but y'all, we talk about worldly wise. But even so, she was chasing after something that she already had. You understand? Why give that up? But again, she didn't learn from other previous things that she's seen in the world, man. You think about that even with your... Oh, go ahead, sis. Salaki.
Salaki, I think for whatever reason, my parents were not in the truth. They didn't know about the truth. But I thank the Most High because they taught us that each generation should be better than the next.
Absolutely.
The mistakes that my parents made, they didn't want to see us make them.
Right.
And same for us, children that we have, we don't want to see our kids make the same mistakes we made.
That's
in
right.
The world. Her being in the truth, I'm very honest with my children.
Right.
I'm very honest with them about life's mistakes, regrets.
Mm-hmm.
Because if my mistakes and I can share and it'll help them or anybody else's kids not do what I did.
Right.
Not major things, but you can have regrets that you have to live with.
Yeah.
It's important to share those things. That way, younger women
Mm-hmm.
can have something to think about.
Right.
Maybe this is not the road I want to go down.
Right.
Maybe I'll just wait and be patient.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank the Most High for those things because I
Absolutely.
would definitely want to see my daughter be better than me.
Damn
That's the
right.
goal.
That's right. Yeah. Hey. Ooh, he about brought me to a tear, sis. Damn right. And that's heavy you say that because I have that same example. You understand what I'm saying? My pops, he won't play that. He didn't play the radio. You understand what I'm saying? So I grew up with my pops in my life and things like that. He won't in the truth. You understand? But the establishment that my grandfather taught him, he brought that down to me. And now I was able to find the truth. And now I can even magnify, like you said, the next generation through my son, you understand, and my children, and they can do so forth and so on. You understand what I'm saying? So I think I was talking, I was like, yeah, I said, man, my father must have did something right, or either I did something right in my past life, because for him to even be able to be in my life and teach me and treat, raise me up to be a man. You understand? Discipline. You understand what I'm saying? That's a blessing in itself, especially because how we see America destroys black families. You understand? The first thing they do is what? Bind the strong man. You understand? Then they spoil the rest of his goods, which is his family. You understand? So we see that when it comes to our families, there are strong black fathers, and we see that we need those black fathers. You understand? So that's heavy that you say that, sis, man. Most High in Christ. You understand? Where were we at, Derive?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31.
Drop that. Give me the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 4, man. You understand? If y'all got any questions real quick, you understand, put it in the chat. If not, we'll get a couple more scriptures and get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ready to eat. You know what I mean? I know I am. Salakia. You understand? But for real, though, man, like I said, man, Barakatah Yahweh Shah for this truth, man. Knowledge and understanding, man. You understand? Because it's like, I would have never known any of these brothers or sisters if it wasn't for the Lord, first off. You understand? If it wasn't for Commander General YAHANNA not dropping his sword, man. You understand? Like, you think about it, like, when this brother speak with so much conviction, it's because of us, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and Commander General YAHANNA cannot stand when you talk good about him, but you got to. You understand? Just like Paul had to do to show the glory of what? Christ. You understand what I'm saying? Against these other gods, these false gods. You understand? Read that when you get it, brother.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
For what?
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Boy, you found out how the weapon of your warfare was not carnal today. You understand? It was a spiritual battle. Even though you still had to carnally battle, it was still something spiritual in yourself that you had to say, you know what? Man, you understand? I can't do this, man. I can't fail the Lord, man. We've been failing the Lord for so damn long. It's time that we finally make him say, well done, soldier. You understand what I'm saying? So now, even with that, go ahead, sir.
So like we here tonight with you, Quadon.
Both sides crack down, right? I'm glad you're here.
I was just thinking about it on the way here. You think about like it's a level of accountability to what took place.
Right.
Today. A lot of time we deal with avoidance issues with things we don't understand. Like I said, we're afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about knowing what you're supposed to do and doing it like the Day of Atonement, like today,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? To afflict your soul, your body, it's like a level of accountability where you, damn, that water look good. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's a level of accountability that you can instantly relate to.
Right.
Like there's something that you were told not to do, and either you did it or you didn't.
That's right.
And because you're not doing it, you know what I'm saying? You just like everybody else in the world. If you're choosing to do it, you're proving to the Most High that you're worthy of life.
That's
you understand?
Right.
Like I was saying this other night, we were talking about you don't want to be expendable to the Most High.
Right.
You want to show up and be exceptional and be like, okay, that all right. You see, Job was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to be that type of example for your family, regardless of what that is. You say somebody said, look at Quadon. Look at Commander Junior Hunter.
Right.
Look at General Muhammad. Like we strive to be like those examples that are set for us in place, right? Because they hold us accountable for what we do.
Yeah, right.
And that's love. Just like you said, your father. Right. Just like Araba said, our parents. Like that level of accountability allows you to grow, and you have that example, so you can pass it down.
Right.
But then we clean it up. We test it in the fire. You understand? You become out as what?
Gold.
Fine gold.
That's
you understand? So today was a level of accountability that we all, you know what I'm saying, show effort to push through and battle that flesh. You understand?
Right. Nah, that's heavy. You say that. And see, I think, give them a hand. Damn right. Give it up. I think that's why a lot of people, when they come in here, they leave. Because of the accountability that you are held of. Because it's like, it's not like we can appear all righteous and this and that in front of each other. Yeah, shalom, y'all about Shimmy Shah Brakatah. Hey, shalom, y'all with Shamala Thaba Shimmy Shah. But when you leave out them doors, you held accountable. What is your integrity? Do you even have it? You understand? And that's the point that we got to realize. Today was all about accountability, Ottawa. You understand? I didn't see you today until now. I didn't see nobody today until now. But because we know the men that labor amongst us and the women that labor amongst us, I know I held you accountable and you did exactly what you were supposed to do. You understand? But again, we can't go to war with men that don't even hold themselves accountable, man. You understand? You think about it again, on Saturdays, we going out to teach our people, man. You understand? So how the hell can I go to war with you and you don't even hold your damn self accountable? Accountability is not easy. You understand? Like I done told on myself a few times just being the trooper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I could have. It's a lock, sir. They say confession is good for this. So I'll never forget this conversation we had, man. You understand? I had just got into an argument. You understand? This is the old man. You understand? But I'm using this as an example. I just got into an argument with the mother of my child's mother. You understand? And the first thing I got mad, I was emotional, just raging. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk about the Bible. I'm like, you know, look, like I said, I like to fight. You talk about the Bible, I'm ready to cut your head off. You understand? If you don't say the right thing. But I wasn't seasoned as I should, right? Zion said, hey, Salaki, I got a question for you. I'm like, what are you about to ask me? He said, you can either lie to me or you can tell me the truth. I'm like, what? He said, brother, you know, do you indulge? I'm gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? I said, I had to think about it for a minute. I said, Salaki said, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Kind I do. He said, that's why you docile right there. That's why you're crying right there. I had to think about that for a minute, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. The wicked bastard that I was, as soon as I left, you know what I was about to go do. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about it for a minute. Like, damn. You understand? Like, what in the world? So whenever I got to the crib, hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, I threw everything away. You understand? Because I finally said, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Brakataya, how are you? Have a shot. You understand? I'm gonna hold myself accountable because I know he wouldn't ask me that for no reason, man. You understand? And I had to start evaluating myself. Maybe that's why I was so damn emotional in these damn situations, man. That makes sense. You understand? So like you said, well, don't get me started, man. Read that scripture again, brother.
Come. It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
Keep reading.
but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
What is these strongholds that we're facing, man? Christianity, Egyptologists, Kemet, you understand, drug addiction, loving America. You understand this sister Juanita, she even said earlier, she was saying how, you understand, whenever it came to the how you get to it? Throughout it, sir. She was saying how, you know, with the shutdown, you understand, people is going crazy, man, because they put their trust in America, man. You understand what I'm saying? We've trusted in America so much. Why though? America has never ever shown us love back, man. You understand? We got black people today that is talking about some, oh, we love Charlie Kirk. I seen a brother, you understand, that I went to school with, that I thought like he was, you know, he was a homie and all that. I thought he was a thoroughbred. This Negro had a damn song of Charlie Kirk on his damn timeline. And I really wanted to comment like, not you. Not you, bro. You understand? I ain't look up to him because he was a younger brother, but I thought he was a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? The brother rapping this and that. He be talking about all this and that. Then I had to think about it when I seen it. That's the product of Christianity. That's the product of the stronghold that is put on our people. You understand? We have to battle these strongholds because why? Because they're winning against us right now. You understand? Now you see this little sanctuary that's ducked off in the corner that's in the I.S.U.P.K. You better get into it, man. Run here, break these doors down, man. You understand? Because we gonna see the oppressor know that he got but for a short time, man. And he about to turn up on us, man. Y'all about to see, and like Commander General YAHANNA say in a second, how this shutdown is about to affect America, man. You understand? Esau do not like when things like this happen. Hence what happened in January 6th. when they started there, the capital. You understand what I'm saying? But we gotta fight against these strongholds, man. That's how we cast down these strongholds by what? True brotherhood, true sisterhood, man. Read on.
Verse 5. Casting down imaginations.
Casting down the imagination. You don't even need to think wickedness against your brother, man. You understand? Read on.
And every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
Why you think we say these prayers, man? Let loose all the plagues, man. Every high thing that exalted itself against God, man. You understand? Read on.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
Keep going.
Verse 6. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Read that last part one more time. I don't think that hurts in the back, brother.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
And having in ready. Further says, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shah. You understand? We bringing into it, man. You understand? That's why we be so quick with that sword to, bring that sword out. You coming up against Christ, you better come correct. You understand? Common Con, sir. Read on. Salaki. The last verse 6.
When your obedience is fulfilled.
Read it from the top. We're gonna get up out of here.
Common Con. Verse 6. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
So we have the readiness to, you understand? We ready at any time. We on standby. You understand what I'm saying? To revenge any disobedience against the Most High. You understand? And it says when your obedience is fulfilled, you understand? Through that we're fulfilling the obedience of the Most High, man. You understand? With that, I'm going to pass the class all the priests and officers of 1,000 back to y'all for the security announcements. Clap it up.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Tabernacles, the 15th day of the 7th month for 8 days. That's Sunday the 5th through Monday the 13th of October of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 34 through 44. There is an official closing of the Feast of Tabernacles. We also have the West Coast Cookout, starting October the 2nd through October the 5th. Get with your camp leader, set your affairs in order, all right? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I-M-A-J-I-M, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, I-M-A-J-I-M, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Brakatah. Yahweh Sar, turn to face the sisters, I-M-A-J-I-M, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. I-M-A-J-I-M Shabbat, I-M-A-J-I-M, Barak, Yahweh Shema Latah Ba'Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Matah, hands down, class dismissed.
Good. Appreciate you, sir. Man,